Sometimes, exploring happens as simply as asking your friends, "Where can I go today?" Itching to explore, I asked on social media, and Ed Lalonde suggested Raven Ridge in Moncton and North Ferrisburgh. Thank you, Ed. You enter by crossing a wetland on this boardwalk. The Nature Conservancy protects and preserves Raven Ridge and its public trails. There's more at nature.org under Get Involved, explore the places we protect. It's kind of a popular spot. There were a few other hikers as the day went on, even families. People bring their kids. This isn't supposed to be a sacred space, yet it still filled me with that sense of awe, curiosity, reverence, and respect. There are stones everywhere. Many cool-looking, naturally shaped stones. But there are also a few that are a bit more. This amazing anticline, a natural feature, has been nicknamed the Oven. There's actually not a lot of room in it. Around the side, however, other folds of rock offer small shelters in the cliff face. Then there's this crevice or slot cave to climb through. Down a narrow squeeze. And then I saw there was an easier way out. The crevice turns right. Passes under a suspended boulder. Then drops down to a cave entrance. Cool cave. I was hit with the strangest sense of déjà vu as I climbed through this. That was fun. This is a pretty magical place. Quite a view. Below, Lewis Creek to the north and Otter Creek to the south run into Lake Champlain. An extremely active area for Native Americans, going back 11,000 years. To my eyes, there are signs of Native American usage here on Raven Ridge. Walking the ridge from the oven to the crevice, I began to notice rocks underfoot. Up here, at this height, this isn't an old road. This is an ancient pavement. That alerted me. My eyes became open to other signs, with a little more focus and intent, which revealed effigy stones. This one low on the right caught my eye. It would have been seen from downslope as well. It appeared to be split from a second one behind it. It seemed to be a turtle, or maybe even a narwhal-like creature, without a tusk, of course. But in the days of the Champlain Sea, when it was connected to the Atlantic Ocean, they could have been here too. There are some interesting features worked into the top, but I'm not entirely positive yet, until something else catches my eye. Up ahead on the left, next to the ridge, I see a fish. Can I be sure? The tail kind of confirmed it for me. I had to wonder why such an aquatic theme up here. At the top of the slot cave, or crevice, this face of ridgeline bedrock looms. It struck me at first as if it could have been a whale. I reject that thought as I walk along its sinuous length and realize this is more of a sea serpent or sea monster here on this ridge. As I looked, I wondered, am I letting my imagination run away with me here? Then, I saw this fin, plainly carved into the side. As I examined it, I got another wave of déjà vu. When was I ever here before? The fin is supported by this brace left in place at its base. I decided to look at the LiDAR for this ridge when I got home. I don't think my imagination is running away with me. I think this ridge was carved. The natural shape of the ridge line, carved by hand and shaped into the form of a sea serpent or snake. The hiking trail goes up and over the tail of the monster. Looking back, I see more sea serpent than ever. After this, the trail loops back down and around the ridge. The cliffs and bluffs of the ridge at times look like some kind of stone fortress or the walls of an old city. Early European hunters, trappers, and explorers sometimes spoke of Indian castles. I could see them mistaking these heights for castle walls. There are ancient stone walls amid the scree and the rock falls. These stones are piled on the wall. This might have already been declared an Indian fort in other parts of the country. But historians, anthropologists, and archaeologists generally don't believe northeastern Native Americans ever worked in stone. Authors James Maver and Byron Dix began making the case for Native American stone workings in the Northeast in their 1989 book Manitou. I've found much of their work persuasive and influential as I've been exploring, learning to see the stone workings in a different way, looking for form and intent in the stones. This potential rock shelter sits up on the ridge. Paleo-Indian artifacts have been found under similar shelters elsewhere. Could they be here? We know Paleo-Indians were in this area. As I continued down the ridge on the loop trail, it struck me I'd gone in the back way by heading straight up to the oven. With the stone fortress cliffs and bluffs, the old stone walls, even the rock shelter, I felt like I was hiking out the way most people would have come in here in the past, like going the wrong way down a grand processional. Reaching these stones actually confirmed it for me. They seemed set for meeting, to mark the entrance. And among them was this Manitou Stone. In the book Manitou, Maver and Dix describe Manitou stones as looking like the upper torso of a person, with a rounded center and two shoulders. According to them, these anthropomorphized stones are found throughout North America as part of Indian ritual, and they compare them to god stones and spirit stones and the like, known to tribes in other areas. The notches on top of this stone, and its raised center, as well as its prominent placement in a greeting context, led me to say, Manitou. There were more stone piles and walls as I walked the rest of this side of the loop. And as I came down the hill, this stone boulder at the base of the ridge, tuned into the stones as I'd become, it struck me as a ridiculously obvious sign pointing up to the entrance stones. You don't have to take my word for any of this. The best part of Raven Ridge is that this is a place you can visit yourself. Again, check out nature.org under Get Involved, explore the places we protect, to learn more. My thanks again to Ed for the tip. I'm Mike Luoma. I hope you enjoyed experiencing Raven Ridge with me.